every civilization that has ever walked this earth, sex has never been just about pleasure. It was power, creation, and sometimes worship. But what if I told you that in the heart of ancient temples, on sacred nights, entire cities once surrendered to lust in the name of gods, where priests and priestesses offered their bodies to the divine, where kings performed rituals of passion before their people, and where the line between sacred ceremony and forbidden desire disappeared completely. Tonight, we journey back to the forgotten festivals of the ancient world. Rituals so strange, so shocking, that even historians struggled to believe they were real. From Rome's wild fertility rites to Japan's mountain orgies and Mesopotamia's temple unions. These are the ancient sexual festivals that shocked historians. It begins in ancient Rome, under a cold February sky. The festival of Lupercalia was about to begin. Priests, known as the Luperci, gathered inside a sacred cave, said to be the place where a she-wolf once nursed the founders of Rome. Goats were sacrificed, wine flowed, air grew heavy with anticipation. Moments later, the priests emerged, almost naked, holding strips of freshly cut goat skin. They ran through the streets, whipping women playfully as the crowds laughed and cheered. It wasn't punishment. It was fertility magic. Women believed that being touched by the sacred whips would bless them with children. For a few hours, chaos ruled. Desire replaced order. The city became one living ritual. But across the year, when spring returned, another Roman festival took its place. Floralia. This time, the goddess Flora was celebrated, with flowers, color, and open sensuality. Prostitutes were allowed to perform on stage, dancing naked, joking with men, mocking the upper class. It was shocking even for Rome. Yet for those days, it was accepted, even sacred. A reminder that nature, like humans, blooms best without restraint. Travel east to Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, and perhaps the birthplace of the most mysterious rituals of all. Here, inside the temples of Inanna, the goddess of love and war, kings were said to perform sacred marriages with priestesses, acts of union meant to please the gods and ensure fertility across the land. The people believed that through this physical connection, the gods renewed creation itself. Sex was not sin, it was cosmic duty. In Corinth, Greece, travelers told stories of a temple where hundreds of women served the goddess Aphrodite through sacred prostitution. Sailors and pilgrims from across the Mediterranean came not only to pray, but to worship through them. Was it true, or a story twisted by jealous rivals and moralizers? Historians debate it still. But the idea that love and divinity could meet in flesh shaped legends for centuries. Far to the east, in ancient Japan, another kind of festival unfolded, the Utagaki. Men and women gathered on mountaintops, dressed in bright robes, singing love songs into the wind. They danced, drank, and when night fell, they paired off beneath the stars. No shame, no secrecy. It was said that the gods smiled upon these unions, for every act of love gave strength to the earth and blessings to the village. Children born of these nights were not seen as bastards, but as gifts from heaven. But as centuries passed, rulers changed, religions hardened. These festivals began to disappear. What was once sacred became sinful. Temples were sealed, dances banned, bodies covered. Desire was exiled from the realm of the divine. What remained were whispers, in ruins, in poems, and in the secret corners of history. When we look back at these festivals now, it's easy to feel shock, maybe even disbelief. But to the people who lived them, sex wasn't scandal. It was a bridge to the gods, a force of creation, a symbol of life itself. These ancient rituals remind us of something modern society often forgets: that desire creation and spirituality once flowed together. That the same energy that builds empires and grows civilizations is the one we've spent centuries trying to hide. So perhaps the real shock isn't what they did. It's how much of it we've forgotten.